Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do a makeup organization and storage tip kind of video. Here's an overview of my makeup collection. This is not going to be a collection video, it's going to be how I've organized everything. This is like seriously the 6th time I've videotaped this. Hopefully it's the last. So if you hear any background noise, I'm sorry, I'm not redoing this video. So just bear with me. Also, the camera might be a little shaky. I'm using a camcorder. So yeah, and so of course my makeup collection looks a lot different if you've seen the collection video that I've recently posted, which I will put a link below if you haven't seen it. But it does look a lot different, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you where I got everything. I'm going to go into detail. Sorry about that, I had to fix everything. Okay, so this bin is a large 3-drawer container, and I got it at Walmart. I don't know how much it cost. My parents got it for me. And then these are separate. You can see they're stacked. They are 2 little 3-drawer containers, but I stacked them to make them 6. And you obviously can customize this. You can get like 4 and stack them up. You can get 2 of these and stack them up. This way is just how I've organized them. And I have little things like my EOS lip balm, my bio oil, my makeup remover, and my eye drops on top. Because if you remember, I used to have them just laying on my desk and it was really tacky and really unorganized and made things look cluttered. So putting them on top of them definitely made it look 10 times better already. And I have a loose shadow without a lid, and I don't want to put it in my drawer and get it everywhere, so I keep it there. And then a little sample of Coastal Scents blush that I don't want to put in my face drawer because it's really little. And so and then I have a Victoria's Secret dog and a Sephora bag. But other than that, that's basically all I have except for these things. And this right here is a bin that I got at the dollar store, and it's a really cute and convenient way to hold your lipstick. And it's actually fairly large. Like I can't even fit, my hand can wrap around it only halfway, so it's actually pretty large. And you can hold quite a few lipsticks in here. You can always take this out and fit, you know, many more. But I just kind of keep this in here because it's my lip scrub, and I always apply a lip scrub before my lipstick. And I don't even have that many lipsticks to begin with, so it kind of just fills in that empty room. But, I mean, you obviously can fill it all the way to the top. So this is a really cute and handy way to hold your lipsticks, which I really thought was a good idea. I actually came up with this by myself. I mean, I'm sure there's other people who do this, but I actually used to keep them in a little drawer and it didn't work out that great, so I kind of bought this for something else, but I ended up using it for lipsticks. And then right in here, I just have this random cup that came from my kitchen cabinet, and it has just liners that I don't use quite as often and a few jumbo pencils, but there's also like a couple lip liners that I don't use. I mean, I use these but not very much, so I kind of keep them in a little cup tucked away so they're not really in the way, so I just kind of keep them back there. And so then starting with this bin, I keep my face products in the top drawer, and I do like keeping my face products in the top drawer because it's more convenient for me because I'm always using this drawer every single day, so it's just easier for me to put it at the top. And then it kind of looks the same like it did in the video. I have these 2 bins. Ignore my swatches. I don't know if I've said that already because I've said that like 20 times today. I have these 2 bins that I got at the dollar store. It was like 2 together, so it came in a set. And in this first bin, I just have straight up liquid foundations and 2 tinted moisturizers. I used to carry my powders in here, but I'm actually, there's a space because I'm going to put the Dream Mousse foundation right there, so that's why there's a little space. And actually this little container back in here I used to put my powders, so like my matte powder, my CoverGirl, my highlighter, and then back there I have a loose powder and pressed powder, and then my summer bronzer. It's not quite summer yet, so I'm not going to use it on my paler skin. And then I have my Dream Bouncy blush, which I hate, but for some reason I don't want to get rid of it, so I just kind of stick it in the back right there. And then right here I have a few e.l.f. products. I have like e.l.f. Duo, that duo with the blush and bronzer shimmer palette. And then I have a little all over concealer stick and a color concept blush. I don't really use those two items much, or that little blush. So I kind of keep the products that I don't use in the back, so the products that I do use every day can be in the front and easy to grab. And then right here, I have my little blushes that are in a square, I guess you could say. I have them lined up against the wall to the bin. I have like e.l.f. I have a bronzer, which I use all the time, and I just kind of keep it there for convenience. A couple blushes. It's just really easy to get them in and out this way, and it takes up a lot less space. And then my ones that are in little jars or containers, they just kind of chill right in there. So that's how I organize my face drawer. And then moving on to this middle drawer is my drugstore eye products, I guess you could say. Not all of them are drugstore, but for the most part they are. I don't really like how this is set up. I mean, I guess it's set up in a pretty okay way. I don't really use this drawer a lot, so I don't know. This is a little Rubbermaid that was just in the kitchen cabinet, and I kind of just stick like little palettes, like trios and quads and such in here, and a few on the side. You can tell I've used this one quite a bit. I'm actually disappointed. I like how this is set up, and I went to the store the other day and there's a new setup for it. I don't like it as much. I like having these four equal square. I don't know. They all look like that now or whatever, but I've had this one for a really, really long time. Anyways, that's beside the point. And then I have these little, this is a little box that I have, and there's the lid to it. It came with the necklace, like the necklace was in there, and took the box apart, you know. And right in here I have e.l.f. shadows that I wanted to exclude, so I put them in the box. And then the lid has like Maybelline and extra little things in it, so you can see the little lid right there. And then the box. And then I have, again, little palettes that just kind of take up room. And then I had this extra space, so I just stick my little base one right here. I use that as a base, or use those colors as bases. And then I have shimmer strips in little packs, I guess you could say, in little, what are these, plastic bags? They're samples. I got all the samples of the Jesse's Girl Eye Dust. And then I have these shimmering powders, because, you know, shimmer. I kind of put them together because I like keeping everything in a certain way. And then I just have little palettes back here. So I have 2 Wet n Wild glitter palettes, and then I have 4 palettes of 6 colors. And again, I like to keep the things that I don't use in the back just for convenience reasons. Then the last drawer is a drawer of miscellaneous and random ones that didn't really have a place before. So starting here, you can see that I have backups straight off right there. You have tanning lotion, I have my lashes, lash glue, travel kit for brushes, and then I have my little lash curler thing in its plastic bag, Vaseline, sunscreen, sponge applicators. Then I have extra brushes, and then I have little applicators that came with products, and I just kind of stick them there. And it's really good to have a drawer like this, because if you have any of these elsewhere, it looks really cluttered and not as organized and kind of sloppy. So it's kind of good to organize them in their own little drawer, if that makes any sense. So moving on to our little tower over here, I have in this first drawer eyeshadows that I've excluded. So they're all like single shadows. I don't like keeping them in here because I actually use these quite a bit. So I have like my MAC, Kat Von D, Victoria's Secret. I also have cream ones right here. Then I have my Bare Minerals, and then you can see there's a little brush, and it's double-ended, and it came with it. And I don't keep it in there because it is double-ended. So if I put that brush in there, one of the ends would get messed up. So I just keep it by itself. And then I have a set of single shadows in the back right there, and then my loose glitter. So that's kind of how I keep everything. And then this next one is like liners, liquid liners, and everyday stuff. So I have my liquid liners, and then I have liquid liners right here, mostly gel, not gel, but glitter. Then these 3 ones right here are ones that I use every day. So they don't stay in this cup because I use these more, and if you stick them in that cup, then they kind of get blended in and washed out. It's a little bit hard to find them. So I have like my CoverGirl Bare Minerals and my e.l.f. one. They're all different colors. So I just kind of keep those by themselves. And then I have this, of course, Smile liner that you've seen in almost every video. And there's the brush that it comes with. Even though I don't use it, I just keep it there so I don't lose it. And then I have my brow stuff, which, whoa, that looks really weird. But, you know, my brow gel and my brow color and whatever you want to call it. And then I keep my lash color in there just because I didn't have anywhere else to put it, and it kind of goes there, so I just kind of stick it in there. And this one is primers and moisturizers and concealers. So back in there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like little pink tweezers. I do not pluck my eyebrows, so I just kind of keep it in the back. And then I have Hard Candy and Smashbox primers for my face, moisturizers, eye cream, moisturizer. And then I have two bases together, my two concealers together, and then my two eyelid primers together. And a lot of people keep their concealers with their face drawer, but I like to keep it in this drawer just because it looks a lot more organized and keeps everything, I don't know, just a lot more easier to get. And I know where everything is, so I'm never confused, I guess. And then right here I just have mascaras. And it does seem a little empty, but I do. Trying to talk fast to get through this, but I did used to have them in this little blue container. I don't know if that's how it was in my makeup collection video or not, but I ended up putting them in this drawer just because I had room for it. And I like having them laid out so I can see them, and it's a lot easier to use. So I have these organized actually. These two right here, really cheap ones that I think cost probably like $1. Then I have my Great Lash ones, colored ones, the lots of lashes. My falsies, I always have falsies. I love these. And then my lash stiletto, which is another drugstore one. And then I have my Bare Minerals one right here because I don't know, I like to separate it because I use it all the time. So I kind of just have these organized a little bit. And so yeah, and then right here, as you can already tell, I have my lip glosses and etc. So back here I have chapstick tubes, and then on top I have the little jelly tubes, I guess, and then I have salve, and then back in here I have two chapstick sticks, I guess is what you would call them. I do keep these in the back because I don't use them as much because I use my EOS balm. But yeah, and then on the bottom of the lip gloss, I have like a row, or I have like 2 or 3 rows, but I have this bottom row is nothing but crap lip gloss that I never use. And then on the top row is the ones that I actually do use, and they're kind of in order. So I have like my 2 e.l.f. ones, my Bare Minerals, Sally Hansen, Jessie Girl, Clinique, and then my Hard Candy set. So these 2 are e.l.f., and then these 4 are ones that I use almost every single day. Like literally I'm always grabbing one of these, and then I just have my set of lip glosses. There are different ways that you can organize this. This is just how it's easier for me. I like to obviously put the ones that I use on top so I don't have to dig anything out or anything like that. And then just at the bottom I keep little palettes and stuff right in there just because they're too like small or thick to fit in my little container, or my organizer I should say. So I just kind of keep them in their own little drawer. And then right here I always keep water. Like this was the e.l.f. Set and Spray, but it sucked, so I rinsed it out with the water. And then my brushes, I used to have one, as you guys remember, but then I separated faces and eye brushes. My kabuki, I have a towel, which of course you guys know why, obviously. And then I have Germex, and then I just have this little organizer that I keep my palettes in, which is really cliche. Well, all this setup is cliche, but it actually works really good. So I have this little organizer that I just found around the house. I didn't pay anything for it. I don't know where we got it. I just keep palettes in it. It's really thin, so I can only fit 1 in each. So when I start getting more palettes, I'm going to have to buy a different one. And I just keep this one in the back because it's too thick to fit in here. So that's kind of just how I set everything up. And everything is set up on this little desk that I've had for a really, really long time. So it's all about incorporating things that you already have and just trying to make use of it. So that's basically all I have. I got these at the dollar store, and the little beads inside of them are actually diamonds. They are wedding things that are in the wedding section at Hobby Lobby. It was like buy one get one free, or 2 for the price of 1, whatever you want to say. So I got 2 of them and I fit everything in there. So that's again how I set up everything. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions or anything, just leave them below. If you want to see a review on a product, go ahead and message me and let me know. So yeah, and if you guys have any storage tips of your own, go ahead and leave them as a comment for other people, because I think it's really important that, you know, everyone gets everything organized and just the way that they like, because it took me a while to get everything the way that I like it, and I'm finally at a point where I do like my system that's set up. So